Hey guys, Stealth here. Back with a quick video from World of Tanks. I wanted to share this thing because it was so much fun. I was driving my MT-25, a tier 6 light tank, Russian, sorry not German, Russian. I'm trying to make my way to the LTTB. I got this tank and I got it into Kharkov, and of course this is a very urban map. As you can see on the mini-map, there's a lot of structures, there's a lot of small roads, and I thought, okay, there's a lot of heavies. How am I going to do any damage? Because this thing does have a decent punchy gun, but its maneuverability combined with this punchy gun and low armor makes it not always that easy to get behind enemies, especially the low armor part. So right here I'm just casually cruising along, and the first thing I was going to try to do was light up some tanks. And this is usually an alley where you can find a lot of hostiles. And here we go. First up, second up, third, fourth, fifth. This was a bit more than I was hoping for. So, Pershing shot at me from right over there. Aussie 811 shot at me. My tracks got the shell. So no damage to the tank yet. Now, I got quite a boatload of tanks ahead of me. Got a couple of guys here. Some there, but most haven't turned their turrets around yet. This thing is trying to get a shot on me. He missed. Found two more tanks. Finally took a hit, including one or a couple from a light tractor, but of course that doesn't really do a lot of damage. But the amount of evading and trying not to get shot here was, even for my scout experience, quite a bit. So trying to get a couple of shots into this arty piece, which barely missed me. Getting up there. The light tractor is still trying to get a couple of shots in me. No chance. Now, I'm at the other side of the map. I came from over there. The whole enemy team, -3, so still 12 tanks are between me and a safe return. So how the hell am I going to get out of here? I decided to pick the low road because I know that there were quite a bit of tanks over there, there were some there, so I was hoping that this area, apart from these two blips here, was not too heavily populated. I was trying to get back to the safety of my own lines. Now this IS kept chasing me the entire game. The entire game he was after me, and by doing that I was able to pull a tier 7 heavy off of the enemy lines. So that cost him quite a bit of firepower. And of course, a tier 7 heavy is never going to catch a tier 6 scout, which can go up to 60 or 70 depending on the terrain. Find the light tractor, who is now alone. Easy kill. Get the hell out of there before that IS manages to make it through that archway and comes after me. And here's a couple more units. Here's a tank destroyer, who is not aimed at me. Trying to get around him. Around some more. This was getting exciting here. I had to move quickly because there was this TD here, which does not have the turret or the gun traverse to get a shot at me. But that IS was still chasing me, so I had to make it out of here quick. Fired at him. Immediately get behind these buildings. And now we're being capped, even though they only have 4 tanks left. So I knew that most of my tanks were already halfway across the map. It was going to take them a bit of time to get back. And by the looks of it, by the speed of the counter, I think that they had 1, maybe 2 tanks in the cap. So I thought, well, I can try to make a mad dash and just cut across our own base and get a couple of shots in. What they had here was a KV-1, a T-71, and, surprise, AMX-50. So I reset the base, partly, and then I reset it completely. Take another hit from the 50-100. Get the hell out of here. Park myself here. And try to get a couple of shots on the T-71, which of course at this point was the wrong choice. I should have taken this guy out of play or kept running and make sure I was going to safety. Because right now this thing has a very good chance to take me out. We know he has fired once. He was hiding, so he was probably still loaded with 4 shells. This T-71 was not immediately a threat, and he, although he could have one-shot me, if I was going at full speed, it would have been a much harder target.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
The interesting thing here is that this AMX 5100 did not take me out. Not by shooting anyway, he just rammed into me, which, if you're driving a 50-ton tank, which is where the 5100 comes from, that will do that to you if you're driving a scout, which has only 100 hit points left. Still, I had a very fun game just because I could do all of this stuff. I was able to go across this route, spot everything here, dash between them, make sure I didn't get fired at, or at least didn't die, made it to their cap, killed the arty there, got back to the side, got the IS following me, he came back there, made it back there, killed the light tractor, helped kill the Waffenträger, the Rheinmetall Borsig, got the hell back, reset the cap, and finally died to the last 2 enemies. So this was a very fun game for me. Hope you had fun watching it. If you have any suggestions on how I could have further improved the gameplay, please let me know. And I look forward to reading your comments. If you want to see more of my channel, subscribe to my channel just to see a couple more videos. I'm covering Prison Architect at the moment, I'm covering Red Dragon and the occasional World of Tanks video. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a like, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. And here are the post-game stats. So, I got a Master Badge First Class for that, which was pretty surprising because I thought I didn't do that well for a scout. I got my first mark of excellence on this tank. I got the spotter award, the scout award for taking spots on a lot of enemy tanks. And with that result I ended on the top because I got quite a bit of damage done, 1184. I did 289 spotting while I spotted 12 tanks. So because Russian Kharkov is such an urban map, it's very hard to actually get spots on something which is then shot by the own team. So it's going to be pretty difficult to actually get spotting damage done this way. Got 54 base defense points, I traveled 2.85 kilometers, and still it was just a very fun game for me. Out of 22 shots fired, I hit 18. Now this was pretty surprising for me because at most times I was going about 40 to 50 when I was doing these shots. So the only time when I really slowed down was at the arty and at the final part of the game where I was taking shots at the T-71. But otherwise I thought this was an excellent result. Got me 23,000, which is with a premium account. Auto repair for the vehicle is 4,000, ammunition supply is 1,200. But 23,000 for a tier 6 light tank is not bad. Hope you had fun watching this. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos. And if you want to catch up, there is a lot of wargame material online. There's a couple of World of Tanks vids and some Prison Architect. Hope you enjoy, and see you next video.